Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fourth edition of the TPP Fantasy Booking Series. I'm Nick, and in today's episode, I will be booking Eva Marie's introduction into the NXT Women's Division. Now, as you know, if you've listened to the show, I'm not the biggest fan of Eva, but I really appreciate her trying to train and gaining some experience, and I feel like NXT would be a great place for her. Eva Marie is easily one of the most talked about divas, and today it's WWE, so I might as well just do a little storyline on her. Anyway, it will be an 8-week build, and I really hope you enjoy it. So, let's get into it. I'm going to start out with week 1, Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Great little matchup, probably about a 6-minute matchup. Carmella gets a couple moves in. Sasha Banks pretty much dominates this match, ends up winning with the bank statement, tapping out, raising the title. Commentators mention that Sasha Banks has been on a roll since she's been holding the NXT Women's title and questions who will ever take the title away from her. We go to backstage interview area where Devin Taylor is standing by with Eva Marie. She asks Eva about her reasonings for coming down to NXT. She first starts by saying that the last time she was here, she wasn't well received by the NXT universe. However, she understands that where the fans were coming from. Over the past year alone, the NXT Divas have started a revolution for the divas in WWE, and she says that she wants to be part of that movement. She admits that comparable to women like Charlotte and Bayley, she hasn't owned her wrestling skills. Yet. She says that the past several months she's been training with the Brian Kendrick, learning the art of what it really becomes to be a wrestler. Before she can continue, though, Sasha Banks interrupts Eva, saying that she must be lost because this isn't Hollywood, sweetheart. Sasha says that no matter how much special training she will receive, she will never be on the level of the boss. She warns Eva that if she steps into the ring with her, she will end her career before it can even begin. And if she doesn't believe her, just rewatch what she did to Carmella and watch what she will be doing to Becky Lynch next week, before flicking her hair in Eva's face and walking off. So, first week, I feel like we've really established why Eva's here in NXT. Fans have been giving her grief, and we really just pushed how dominant Sasha Banks has really been down in NXT. So I thought that'd be a great little start off. Let's go on to week 2. Week 2, we'll have Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch in an NXT Women's Championship match, with Eva Marie ringside to scout some competition. So, how I would book this match, great match. Sasha retains after a hard-fought battle. I do like a cool spot off the top rope similar to what they did at TakeOver. However, after the match, Sasha gets on the mic and walks up to Eva in the crowd. She asks her why she even decided to show up tonight. She tells her that this is what a real women's wrestler looks like, raising her title in Eva's face. Eva gets up and slaps Sasha right in the face, causing a huge fight to break out in the crowd, forcing security to pull both of these two divas apart. We head on to backstage as we see Eva Marie is being escorted out of Full Sail by security before she's stopped by Bayley. She asks security if she can just have a moment with Eva before she leaves. Security says alright, and she tells Eva that she understands why she hit Sasha, but she warns Eva that Sasha will stop at nothing to make her life miserable. She knows firsthand what Sasha's really capable of, and she's worried that Eva may be getting in over her head. So she offers Eva some training, and honestly, just an ally when she's down here in NXT. Eva accepts, but tells Bayley it doesn't matter how many achievements Sasha may have, she's here to make an impression, and that is exactly what she did tonight. Week 2, I feel like that's great. I really like incorporating different spots into storylines, like a crowd fight or just something like that. And you really generally don't see that in women's storylines and feuds, so I think that would be a great little way to book this feud and start it off. So let's go on to week 3. Week 3, I would have Bayley and Eva Marie facing off against Casey Cassidy and Jessie McKay in a tag team match. Eva Marie would end up winning this matchup with the Slice Bread number 2, debuting her new finisher, calling it the Red Storm. Rising. So she hits it on Jessie, and Bayley and Eva are celebrating in the ring, but they are interrupted by Sasha on the ramp. She says Eva must think she's real cute for what she did to her last week, but she thinks if she's as fake as her Balami hair extensions. She says that it's about time she stops playing wrestler and to go back to filming episodes of Total Divas with her 2 Neanderthals that she calls brothers and her pathetic excuse of a husband. She challenges Eva to a match next week. So after week 3, there wasn't too much build-up, really, but enough to really establish that there will be a feud going between Sasha and Eva. I feel like the best person for Eva to be working with when she starts down NXT is the women's champion, the boss, Sasha. Clearly, she's one of the, I feel, between her and Bayley, probably the best wrestlers, female-wise, down in NXT. So I feel like it would be a great person for her to feud with going off. Let's go on to week 4. Have Sasha Banks versus Eva Marie with Bayley in Eva's corner. So, throughout the match, Sasha continues to take Eva lightly and taunts her, shoving her face down to the mat countless times, asking her if this is all she has to offer, calling her a joke, saying that she's embarrassing herself. And throughout the match, Eva shows moments of momentum, showing the NXT universe some of her moves she's been training on, showing a Hurricane Rana, some arm drags, and a drop kick. Just little moves that, I mean, typically the other divas, when they start out, that's what they're using. So Eva, I'd like to really see Eva incorporate a couple moves into her moveset there. During the match, I'd have Sasha jump out of the ring and shove Bayley into the barricade before running back in the ring and standing on the turnbuckle, posing to the crowd, kind of bowing like Trish Stratus used to do. I just feel like that's such a heel tactic, and I love that. So, while Sasha is gloating, Eva then takes advantage by powerbombing Sasha off the top rope and following through with a nice bridging pin for the upset victory. Sasha cannot believe it. She's furious as Eva rolls out of the ring and celebrates her victory with Bayley on the outside. So after week 4, it kind of really establishes Sasha's not taking Eva seriously. She thinks she's a joke. And really it cost her in the end because Eva Marie picked up the upset victory. I feel like a lot of fans would bitch about Eva picking up a win, but storyline-wise this makes the most sense. Let's go on to week 5. Week 5, I'd have Bayley and Eva versus Emma and Dana Brooke. However, before this match can even begin, Eva comes down to the ring, Bayley's making her entrance, but both Emma and Dana then jump Bayley, throwing her off the stage before charging down to the ring. The commentators, you can hear them begin to question if this is Sasha Banks who put the hit out on Bayley. All of a sudden, this tag match looks like it just turned into a 2-on-1 handicap match. Eva is all by herself now. Throughout the match, both Emma and Dana continuously tag in and out, focusing on Eva's back. The finish of this match comes when Dana Brooke starts to get a little too cocky in the ring with her, flexing to the NXT universe as well as Emma. And while Dana's distracted, Eva shoves Dana into Emma. Emma bounces off the ring apron, falling onto the ground. And then Eva rolls Dana up for the victory, earning another upset victory. Both Emma and Dana can't believe this as they're standing in the ring in shock, and that's how it would end the segment. So in this one, I feel like this is a really interesting idea. Fans can start to wonder and question, did Sasha really put the hit out on Bayley, or is it just jealousy coming from Emma and Dana? We do know that there were some issues in the past there, so it'd just be cool to bring that up. And I would like to have Eva pick up a couple wins when she's down in NXT, not make her a dominant force or anything, but just to establish, hey, she's really working, and I mean, I'm trying to work for her to become a serious contender for the NXT Women's Belt. But anyways, I digress. After this segment, Devin Taylor is backstage with the NXT Women's Champion. Devin asks Sasha immediately if she has anything to do with that attack that happened to Bayley earlier tonight. Sasha cuts Devin off, asking her, "Oh, and you call yourself a journalist?" She says she had nothing to do with that attack. And as far as she's concerned, Eva beating her last week was a fluke. Bayley cost her that match and says it looks like karma came back to Bayley for what she did last week. They are interrupted by the general manager, William Regal. He informs Sasha that due to Eva picking up a non-title victory last week, she earned herself an NXT Women's Championship match at NXT TakeOver Revenge in 3 weeks. Before Sasha can say anything else, Regal announces that next week we will have a contract signing between Sasha and Eva before walking off. Sasha is left frustrated, looking at Devin, who has a slight smile on her face. She tells Devin to wipe that smile off her face before she does it for her, before walking off angry. This is great. I love, at the end of this week, we've really established a matchup between these two. Eva did pick up a non-title victory, and I feel like that's the best direction. So let's go on to week 5. This is where things get interesting. Well, I mean, it's interesting already, I think, but I feel like week 6 gets pretty heated. So we go on to the NXT Women's Championship contract signing. William Regal is in the ring and he introduces the new number one contender for the NXT Women's title, Eva Marie. As Eva gets in the ring, Regal tells Eva that several weeks ago he told Eva that she would have to prove herself if she wanted to compete down here in NXT. And she has shown exactly that, because in 2 weeks at an NXT TakeOver Revenge, she will get the opportunity to become the NXT Women's Champion. Before Eva can even respond, Sasha Banks makes her way down to the ring, not looking happy. She asks Regal if we could just get this over with. Regal gives Sasha the contract. Sasha reads it over, staring at Eva as she takes off her boss glasses, and pulls out her boss stamp before stamping the contract and throwing it over to Eva. Eva laughs it off, saying that she must have gotten under Sasha's skin. She tells her that not only proving her wrong, but she's proving the NXT universe wrong. That she has passion for this business, and that she's passionate about becoming one of the greatest divas of this era. She says that the red storm is rising, and at NXT TakeOver, she will shut Sasha up, and get her revenge on what she did to her friend Bayley last week. I feel like that sounds pretty interesting. Oh shit, where am I? Suddenly, both Emma and Dana sneak through the crowd and jump Eva from behind. Sasha tells both Dana and Emma to get her up. She gets in Eva's face, saying that this is what she deserves and that she is nothing, before slapping her across the face. As Dana applies a full Nelson while Emma is just holding her by the hair, Eva starts to fight back, kicking Sasha in the stomach, then throwing some elbows back at Dana and Emma. It looks like Eva is gaining the momentum as she stops both Emma and Dana before Sasha hits her from behind. She grabs Eva and slams her head face first onto the contract signing table. Commentators say it looks like Eva may just be knocked out. The crowd is getting a little questionable, and you can see Regal with a crazy look on his face. He looks very concerned. Sasha then tells Emma and Dana that it's time. Emma reaches under the ring, finding a pair of scissors. She gives them to Sasha as the crowd is going crazy right now. Sasha Banks grabs Eva's extensions, playing with it, saying she has such pretty hair it would be a shame to have it cut. She starts cutting them off one by one. William Regal is screaming for referees to come out as they all rush out, pulling Sasha off of Eva. All three girls standing in the ring, each holding one of the red Bellamy extensions, before walking out of the ring with Sasha Banks' music playing. That is after week 6. I feel like that would be a great contract signing, and really, like I said earlier with the crowd fight, just a different idea to incorporate with this storyline. So having Sasha cut Eva's hair. Eva is known for her red hair, so I just feel like that'd be so cool. Anyway, let's go on to week 7. Week 7, we have Greg Hamilton standing by in the ring. He says that the NXT Women's Division has been heating up for the past few weeks, and next Wednesday on the WWE Network, NXT TakeOver Revenge, the challenger Eva Marie will challenge my guest at this time, ladies and gentlemen, the NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. Sasha struts down to the ring, championship around her waist, looking very, very pleased with herself. Greg asks her about her vicious attack her, Emma, and Dana did to Eva last week, and if she has taken any responsibility for her actions. Banks says that Eva got exactly what was coming to her, and if you thought that last week was embarrassing, just wait and see what she does to her at TakeOver. Suddenly, Charlotte's music hits. She walks down to the ring asking Sasha if she's proud of herself. She says that she may be the NXT Women's Champion, but she is not a good representation for the NXT Divas, and says that she doesn't get into business that doesn't concern her, but after what she did to Bayley 2 weeks ago, and after what they did to Eva last week, Charlotte said she had enough, and she says that Sasha likes to be a bully. Well, why doesn't she try bullying her? She then challenges Sasha to a match, right here, right now. Banks accepts this, and she says that she'll embarrass her just like she did to Eva last week. Greg leaves the ring as we have an impromptu match, but before the match can begin, Charlotte just has one thing to say to Sasha. You're nothing but a bitch. We go on to this match, Sasha versus Charlotte, a hard-fought battle between these two. These two are like the Trish and Lita of our generation, chemistry-wise, and so I would have a long 10-minute match. The finish comes when Emma and Dana run down the ramp. Charlotte leaves the ring, clotheslining them both before throwing Emma into the steel steps and Dana into the barricade. While getting back into the ring, Sasha rolls her up, pulling on the tights for the victory. Charlotte looks furious, yelling at the ref, and the commentators mention if that we will see the same results next week at TakeOver. So, after week 7, there's no sign of Eva, no interview. After her attack, she was questioned to have a minor concussion. So, I'd like to have Charlotte be involved in this feud. Charlotte is probably, well, both Charlotte and Sasha are the main bitches down in NXT. So I'd like to have her have a little bit of an influence because I feel like she is kind of the face of the NXT women's division down there. So I love that idea, having Dana and Emma just still cause drama and cause shit going on. But let's move on to the final week. Week 8, we are here at NXT TakeOver Revenge, finally. We're finally here after 8 solid weeks of build-up. There is no way that the fans cannot be invested in this feud by now. What would I have on the NXT pre-show? The commentators mentioning that we haven't seen Eva since her attack in NXT, and they question if she will even be ready to take on the boss tonight. Let's move on to the final match. Eva Marie versus Sasha Banks for the NXT Women's Championship. Eva Marie makes her entrance. She's sporting a brand new attire, black leather, top and shorts, with red outlining on the side of that outfit. I want this outfit inspired kind of like what Maurice used to wear. I loved her outfits, and I could really see Eva pulling off something similar, but still keeping it her own. I'd also have the mini leather jacket with a black hood on top, and on the back of it have Red Storm Rising on the back in red. And she has the hoodie on, and as she takes off the hoodie, she has a really cute bob-style haircut, a new look. Kind of a mix like what Layla has currently and what Candice Michelle had before she had to leave. I feel like that'd be a great look for her. Eva Marie looks ready and focused. Sasha Banks makes her way out to the ring, wearing gold and black, same style outfit she has, hair curled, looking like a true boss. How I would book this match is by having Sasha attack Eva early on. Throughout the match, Eva pulling out a lot of her new moves. A sunset flip off the top rope, some scoop slams, and a new leg submission. I feel like Eva really needs to capitalize and incorporate some submissions in there. I don't know, I haven't really seen too much of her ring work yet, but how I would be booking it, have just different style moves and different techniques, and I'd like to see a submission. So I'd have a leg submission. If you guys can remember that episode of Total Divas when Natty couldn't settle her tea kettle about it when she was training with Tyson, I feel like that leg submission would be really good. Throughout this match, after this, Sasha is starting to lose control. As she leaves the ring, before she can recoup though, Eva comes diving through the ropes. The crowd pops as Eva yells for the NXT universe. She throws Sasha back into the ring, and while the ref is checking on Sasha, both Emma and Dana run down once again and hit Eva from behind, tossing her into the steel steps. Laughing together, clapping hands, out runs both Charlotte and a returning Bayley, taking down both Emma and Dana. We have 2 catfights on the ramp. Both are just going at it. The crowd is invested. Sasha is then focused on this fight on the outside. Eva Marie gets into the ring, into the corner. Sasha runs at her, kicks her, then all of a sudden hits the slice bread number 2 on Sasha. 1, 2, and a kick out. Sasha just barely kicks out. Eva is shocked. She tries to drag Sasha, but Banks kicks her away. Eva comes running into the corner as Sasha moves out of the way. Eva hits her head on the turnbuckle. Stunned, she turns around and Sasha meets her with running knees. Not once, but twice. Go for the pin. 1, 2, kick out. Sasha is screaming, clearly frustrated. She places Eva on the top turnbuckle, looking for a superplex. I'm getting pretty scared here, seeing Eva on the top rope, and anything before it happens, Eva starts fighting back, fighting for her life on the top rope, hitting Sasha in the midsection, quick little jabs, finally throwing her off to the mat. Eva is exhausted at this point. She is steadying herself on the top rope. She goes for a diving crossbody, connecting. 1, 2, Sasha rolls through, flipping Eva over and locks in the crossface. The crowd pops. Eva's trying to reach for the ropes, but she's just too far away. She ends up tapping out, and Sasha Banks retains her women's championship in a hard-fought battle. And that is the end of my fantasy booking. I feel like, I did a lot of build for Eva, and at the end, some of you fans maybe wondering, well, why didn't you make her win the title? I feel like to really establish her down in NXT and to give her some respect from the fans, she needs to have a really hard fought match and not win the title. She doesn't need the title right away. And Sasha Banks easily could put her away. We all know, but I feel like that would be a great little finish. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this fantasy booking. I had a lot of fun with it. If you haven't heard any of the other TPP members' fantasy bookings yet, Tom's is great. James is amazing, his idea about Emma and Bray Wyatt. And Josh just came out with his about the Queen of the Ring with Charlotte, which was really cool too. So if you guys haven't listened to that, go check those out. And write down in the comments below what you thought of this feud, if there was anything you would change, what you would change. And yeah, if you want to talk to me, you want to follow me on Twitter, you can find me at Nick Aiken WWE, Instagram, Prince Pipebomb, at Tumblr, Prince Pipebomb. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, fun little idea here on TPP. Bye!